Okay. So for simple sentences, like I am tired, said Jane. So Jane said that she was tired. So simple present changing to simple past, first person changing to the third person. I love playing the guitar, said Sam. Sam said that first person is I, changing to the third person. He loved playing the guitar. I have a headache. Now that's a complaint. So whenever you have a complaint, suggestion, apology, then you don't use that. Alex complained of having a headache. Anna suggested going out for dinner. Anna suggested to, you can say to go out for dinner also. Peter apologized for being late. Have you seen my case? When you have question with some network. Okay. Yeah. So if you have questions with yes or no answer, then you use if or whether. He asked if I had seen the keys, or you can say he asked whether I had seen his keys or not. So when you have question with yes or no answers, then you use if or whether. Okay. Again, there's an inquiry, so we will not use that. For inquiry, suggestions, promise, suggestions, inquiries, complaints, apologies, will not use that. So he inquired about the time of the meeting. They suggested going to the park. I'll call you later. He promised that, now again, first person changing to the third person, will changing to would call me later. I don't want to go. Again, I changing to the third person she, do changes to did. Jane asked. Now again, this is a question with yes or no. So if I liked pizza. David stated that, again, I is first person changing to the third person. He love becomes loved chocolate ice cream. Mary shouted. So shouted that I is the first person changing to the third person. She won. Now that simple past will change into past perfect. Had won the lottery. Okay. So what are the rules? Let's look at the rules. So the rule says that simple present changes to simple past. Present continuous changes to past continuous. Simple past changes to past perfect. Present perfect changes to past perfect. Okay. So simple present, simple past. Present continuous, past continuous. Present perfect, past perfect. That is simple. But when you have simple past, that will change to past perfect. Will change to would, can to could, have to had. Okay. And if there's an imperative, as I told you, command, suggestion, then we use to. Okay. Let us look at some more examples. Okay, he said, I saw her. Which tense it is? Which tense it is? So
Simple past.
Simple past.
will change into
Had seen.
past perfect.
Perfect.
Past perfect.
Okay, simple past changing to past perfect. He said, she said, okay, that's a mistake. My father died a year ago. Again, simple past changing to past perfect. Her father had died. I shall be here. So it will change to would. Will and shall both will change to would. Okay. You can sit. Can will change to could. Come here. Now that's a command. So we don't use that. He called the boys. He ordered the boys to come. He commanded the boys to come. He says to me, which tense it is?
Present. Simple.
So can you tell me why there is no change? It is still present tense. Why is it not past? What is the difference you see in this sentence? In all the previous sentences and in this
Set.
sentence?
In all the previous, set was used. So
Yes. Okay. So you are here, the reporting verb is in present and the reporting speech is also in present. Whereas in above sentences, reporting verb was past. So all the rules which I have shared, those are applicable when it is said and not says. If it is says, then you will not change the tense. Okay.
okay.
Also, if it is future, then also. Like in the next sentence, again, can is not changing. Why?
Say, it's still in the present.
Yes, it is future tense.
Mm.
I shall. So for present and future, we don't change. But if it is said, then it is past, and then all those changes will happen. You
Okay.
can say, see in the next sentence, you will say to me, I've already gone. So that will be same. Only the person will be changed. You say to me. So when I report it, okay, that becomes you said. Okay. You will say to me, I have. So this I is actually you. Because it was direct, so we were putting it into the comma. So we have used I. Okay. For example, Avni and Shweta. Okay. So I'm talking to Avni. So for me, Avni is you. So when I say Avni, for Avni, I will say, you will say to me, inverted comma, I have already gone to Lahore. So who has already gone to Lahore, me or Avni?
Um,
Avni.
Avni.
So that is why when you change it into indirect, I will say you because it is Avni who is going to Lahore, not me. Okay. We say to her, you know him. So again, because it is present, so we cannot change the tense, but you will become she because we are talking about her. We are talking about her. So that's a girl. So we are using she. Okay. Clear?
Ma'am, one thing.
Yes.
Ma'am, if whether and to is also will be used as a connecting sentences when indirect way में.
Yes, I told you na, when you have
If and whether was in the question, where is the question?
hmm,
To will be for the requesting. TO2.
ha, yes.
TO2 will be for the requesting. Thank you.
Let's see some more examples, if that's visible. Yeah. Simple past. She always wears a coat. So she always wore a coat. Okay. Present simple changing to simple past. Present continuous changing to past continuous. I'm looking for keys. Who said? He said. So he was looking for his keys. Am looking is present continuous changing to was looking past continuous. Simple past changes to past perfect. He said that his friend had given him a bar of chocolate. Past continuous, they said that they had been living in London. So past continuous changes to past perfect continuous. Simple past to past perfect, past continuous to past perfect continuous. Present perfect to past perfect. She had written 3 letters. If it is past perfect, it will not change. It will remain past perfect. Okay. If it is past perfect continuous, then also it will not change. It will remain past perfect continuous. So present will change to past. Simple present to simple past. Simple present continuous to past continuous. Present perfect to past perfect. Present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous. But if it is past, simple past to past perfect, past continuous to past perfect continuous, and the two remain same. Past perfect remains same, past perfect continuous remains same. Then in future, will changes to would. If it is would, it will remain would. Can to could remains could, shall to would, and not should. Okay, but should remains should. Okay. May becomes might, but might will remain might. Must become must, remains must, or had to, you can say. Have to becomes had to, but had to remains had to. Okay. Any doubt? Anyone has any doubt?
Ma'am, will you sharing these slides which you are showing the examples?
I have already shared images, notes.
No.
I'll share these. This though I randomly just typed direct and direct on Google. So I'll share these, no problem.
Thank you.
You can go through the notes which I have shared.
Yeah.
Okay. Now with these rules, please try to solve whatever you find on Google. Just type direct and direct and try to solve these, because it's only this much, like, these are the rules applicable whichever, like, you take. Like, I'm sharing one more. Okay. So present simple is I go to school becomes went. They are studying, they were studying, she has been, she had been, I saw, he had seen. Present simple past changing to past perfect. They were watching, so they had been watching. Past continuous to past perfect continuous. Past perfect remains past perfect. So the robber had run, had run, had run. Okay. You will pass, he would pass, I can, he could, I may, she might, you must, had to, must be. Must remains must. Okay. Any doubts in this? Okay, so this is probably the last session. But if you want any other topic, you can let me know. I can take that topic. Okay.
Ma'am, beside direct and indirect, ma'am, I told you the creative writings parts, ना, that will be done by. जिसमें मैंने पूछा था आपसे. Opinion writing and all these things.
Please share those topics. I'll take that class.
Okay.
Ma'am, also the infinitives and gerunds plus the transitive, intransitive, you said you will do later.
Yeah, let me take that. So it's simple. Infinitive is when you add to run. Like when you have a sentence where you have two verbs, like I like to play. So which is the main verb? Like or to play. What I do is I like. That's the main verb. But the second verb, that is a infinitive. When you have two.
Okay.
She loves to dance. Okay. Can you share some examples? I went to buy toys. Okay. I
Went
came
is main.
to beach. She dressed to go for party. So the main verb is there and one more verb is there. So that is infinitive.
So it will always have two, ma'am, before the.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And ma'am, generic?
Whenever you have TO2
Hmm.
and that is not the main verb, then it is infinitive.
Okay.
For example, to sing is my hobby. Okay.
In case it is not infinitive. Okay.
Yes, then it is infinitive. Then there is a term called bare infinitive. What is bare infinitive? Bare means sometimes you don't need to. That is bare infinitive. Cooking, cooking is my hobby. Okay, that is bare infinitive. Now it is also called gerund because there is an ing. Whenever you have ing, but the action is not happening. Cooking is my hobby. Am I cooking right now?
No.
So the act. Okay, Neelam, please write in the WhatsApp group or WhatsApp me personally. Okay.
Okay.
So cooking is my hobby. Exercising is good for health. Okay. I love swimming. So that does not mean that I am swimming right now. So when you have ing, that's a gerund. When you have to, that's an infinitive. So infinitive and gerund. Now talking about this is clear. Gerund and infinitive is clear to everyone.
Yes.
And generate, can you explain once more?
Gerund means ing, but no action happening. Okay. Teaching is my passion. Okay. That will always be a subject or an object. So that will be a noun actually. It will either be at the starting of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. Okay. I love swimming. So it is object. So it's noun. Swimming is the best exercise. So it's subject. Again, noun, but not the action. So when you have ing without the action happening that time, that means it's a gerund. Got it?
Okay.
So gerund and infinitive is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Now talking about transitive, intransitive. What is subject and object?
Subject talks what or who the sentence is about.
Who is
Object
the
is
subject?
The
What?
sentence, the object is related to the subject. When we make a thing, the verb connections, मतलब
Wait, wait,
कि
wait,
हम
wait, wait. Who is subject? What is object? Okay. Ram sings song. Who sings song?
yeah,
Ram.
yeah.
What Ram sings?
song.
Song.
Okay.
So,
I
Ram. So, ma'am, Ram is the subject, yeah, and song is object. Okay.
I play football. Who plays football?
I
I.
What do I play?
football.
Football.
Subject, object. But when I say she sleeps the whole day, who sleeps?
See,
She.
What she sleeps?
nothing. No object.
Object.
There is
No
no.
object.
So when you
Okay.
don't have any object, that is intransitive. But when you have object, that is transitive.
Just okay.
Okay?
Ma'am, that other part like sleeps with predicate, right? Predicate.
Yes. Apart from
Yes.
subject, everything is predicate.
Okay.
When you chop the subject, whatever is behind is predicate.
Okay. I'm also in types of sentences. I had a doubt, ma'am. Like I'm confused between you explained one day, but like what is clause, what is phrase, what is independent clause, what is dependent clause? Because this is required for subordinating conjunction. That part, can you explain, ma'am?
Yeah, very simple. See, if it is one word, okay, if it is one word, then it can be the subject or verb or object. Okay, or maybe adjective. But if it is a group of words, a group of words will be called phrase. Okay. Now, phrase will either have subject or verb. Okay. A group of word having only subject is a phrase. A group of words having verb is a phrase. But if you have subject also and verb also, then that becomes a clause. Okay, let me show you.
Phrase is same as fragment, ma'am.
Wait. Subject, only subject or only verb is your phrase. But if you have subject and verb both, then that becomes see, if you want to see the difference, on the table, does it have a subject? No. Does it have a verb? No. In the corner, to the west, on my promotion, about a failure, on my success, on the roof, in the room. So either it has a subject, or it has a verb, or it does not have both, neither subject nor verb. But when you have both, okay, then it becomes a phrase, a clause. Okay. A gold chain is a phrase. Okay. That was made of gold is a clause. Okay. Who had blue eyes? That is meaningful. Okay.
Ma'am, so is it like phrase is something which makes a bit of sense, but it doesn't have a subject or verb? Okay.
The simple check is just if it has a subject and verb both. If
If
it
both are there, clause.
yeah, like this is, you can see phrases do not contain a subject and a predicate. Clause contain a subject and a predicate. Phrases cannot convey a complete thought. Clause can sometimes convey a complete thought. Phrases cannot stand alone. Independent clauses can stand alone. Okay. So clause is actually meaningful. Okay, it makes sense because it has a subject also and verb also. Okay. For example,
Ma'am, how is clause different from sentence then? Because in sentence also we say simple sentence, one subject, one. Can we use these words interchangeably then? Clause and sentence?
clause needs, so the only difference will be clause will either have a capital letter in the beginning or a full stop. It will not have both, because when it has both, then it is a sentence.
Okay.
That is the way to
That
check
way
if
we can't differentiate
clause
because in clause and sentence, we definitely will have at least one subject and one predicate. Correct? So only differentiation for clause is the capitalization or full stop. Both cannot come. Okay. And phrase is no subject and no
either
predicate.
a subject or a verb or nothing, not or both are not there. Subject is also not there, verb is also not there.
Ma'am, but if one of them is there, either subject or predicate, then it is called fragment, right?
Then it is a phrase. Okay.
Okay, then what is the difference between phrase and fragment, ma'am?
Fragmentation is just breaking of sentence.
Okay. Not a technical grammatical
Not, yes, it's fragmentation. Fragmenting is just breaking.
part. Okay.
Yes.
And now dependent and independent clause that which
So independent clause will be, for example, when you have coordinating conjunctions. Okay, like I went to market and I brought fruits. So both are independent clause because no clause is depending on the other one. Okay, but when I say although I went to the market, yet I could not find anything. Now there is a connection. One will not make any sense. It has to be together. So there's a dependent clause and independent clause.
is that first part which part is called dependent? Ma'am? First one, although I went to market, it's not completing. So that is independent clause or dependent?
Dependent.
Dependent because it needs one more
Yeah,
part
because
to
that does
complete
not
it.
make sense now, although I went to market.
So that is dependent. The second part is I went to market is making sense. So that is independent
I did
clause.
not get anything. So that makes sense. I did not get anything.
Okay.
Okay. So that is
And,
independent. That is
and that,
dependent.
and that is why for subordinating conjunction, those words we basically say that one part will be independent clause, other part is dependent clause. In coordinating, they are independent clauses, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So the one is called compound sentence, another one is complex sentence. When
Hmm.
they are independent, that's a compound. When they are dependent, then it is complex.
The subordinating conjunction type is complex.
And when we will say it's simple sentence,
Simple sentence will not have any conjunction.
Just one predicate subject.
So that is an independent clause becoming a sentence because there's a full stop and there's a capital.
In the sentence. Okay, right.
Any doubt?
So only these, right, ma'am? In sentences, we need to know clause because whenever we read some grammar concepts, these words are repeating. It's confusing.
You can also think of more topics and I'll explain those. Okay.
Ma'am, in subject and predicate, there are only simple subject predicate and then that complex. Simple subject predicate means just the noun, just the verb. Complex means the whole part of sentence, right?
Subject predicate is simple. Remove the subject, everything is predicate. That's all.
But I read somewhere like simple subject, simple predicate, then complex subject, complex predicate. I was thinking simple subject, simple predicate means if we say she plays, if we say she plays, she
If
is.
there are more than one, like that is like it is applicable everywhere. If you have more than one subject, Ram
Mhm.
and Sham, that becomes complex.
Oh, okay.
That's not in any books. Like I didn't.
Okay. Okay. Somewhere I saw it.
We have object, compound subject and compound object.
Okay.
Compound means two people. Compound subject. When you have two or more than two, then it is compound subject. Like Ram and Sham went to market. So compound subject. Ram went to buy apple and mango. So that is compound object.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Hey, you get recorded stuff.
Okay, then see you all tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.